Whenever you come across this tarot reading, people try to guilt you out of your own blessings that came from God, that you worked hard for. All right, but the key thing here is they tried to make you feel guilty about it. Now, I don't know why I'm feeling past life energy in this reading. We do have beginnings, try again, new direction, start over, where your success, your victory, for some of you, money and finances were sabotaged due to jealousy and envy and evil eyes around you. They made you feel guilty of what came from God. All right, and the key thing is it came from God, a blessing for you in your name. Or like you worked really hard for it kind of thing. And they made you feel guilty to the point of trying to sabotage that victory, that success for you. All right, now this is the truth here with confessions, unveiling, coming clean, messages, breaking point, overwhelmed, final straw, and limit. Where what I'm seeing here is, that's it. There's some sort of, I'm like seeing a lightning bolt. 111 as I say that. So you could be seeing the number 111. There is some sort of breakthrough that you're about to have because your soul destiny, this victory, this success, it's been delayed by way too long. And it's coming in for you. This is very fated, this victory, and the spirit of guilt, right? Or the entities of guilt, those projections of guilt, they're not going to touch you anymore. And there's also some sort of internal shift within too. As I say that, I'm seeing you as a stone or as a rock, okay? It can't touch you anymore. Now, whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. The reading is general and timeless. It's for all zodiac signs. And if you would like a personal tarot reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records, or to download our Akashic Records mini course so you can access the Akashic Records on your own, check out the box below. It does have the website 144bluerosetemple.com and everything else it is that you will need. Tier 2 members of the Patreon do have free access to the mini course, so feel free to join the Patreon. All right, now what do we have here? What do we have here for all zodiac signs? What do we have here for? They tried to guilt you out of your blessings. Why do we have woman or man holding a heart and victory for? They tried to guilt you out of your blessings. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. They tried to place a judgment card upon you to do more work than you had to do. You already humbled yourself. You know, people try to humble you. And I know we've done a tarot reading, actually. I believe like that before. They always try to humble you. Oh, baby, they try to humble you. They try to guilt you. And you ended up in a soul cycle of having to do more than you had to. You already are humble. And for some of you, no more. Like I'm hearing, it is finished. Like those were one of Jesus's last words on the cross. It is finished. This person in this tarot reading here that resonates with this, you are not doing the shadow work for other people any longer. If you are holding some sort of victory, success, and that's what it shows here, there is destined victory, success, money, wealth, and prosperity coming in for you. You've had to do triple the work. And at least what I'm hearing in this reading is that you're about to get triple of the fruits of your labors for getting triple the work done. You have humbled yourself time and time and time again. And it's not that it was not good enough for God. It was not good enough for people. And those people are not your problem. And there's some sort of energy here where like enough is enough for this person in this reading. We have selflessness, humility, conscious action, and then the dragon's duel. So dragons can resonate with you. It's somebody else's inner conflict. It's not your own. And here's what I mean by that. Success, victory, money, and wealth. There are people that have not done the shadow work to hold that, but secretly want it and manifest it, hoping. So technically, these people, and maybe I don't have to use the word technically, but these people, it's a mirror. They actually want and hope for what it is that you have, but they haven't done the shadow work that you've done. And so they think that because you hold it, that you're not humble or whatever it may be. Yes, you are. And you mirror reflect their own inner conflict. So let's see with the tarot where this goes over here. Okay, you've been guilted and shamed for your success for too long. And what I'm hearing is at least 3 times. Look at this past life oracle card that was not supposed to be in this deck. Oh, your mother. Welcome to Cancer season. The mother. For some of you, in a past life, your own mother may have sabotaged your success. The mother. It's Cancer season, but whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. Cancer season is ruled by the mother. Now, for the collective here. What do we have for the collective on? They tried to guilt you out of your success. Why do we have holding a heart and victory? For they tried to guilt you out of your success. They tried to guilt you. Why the 6 of Swords? For they tried to guilt you out of your success. Why 6 of Swords and Judgment? For they tried to guilt you out of your success. But here you are as the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. You were crowned. God crowned you. And they felt like you still had work to do. Why the 6 of Swords? For they guilted you out of your own success. Look at the evil eye here, being blocked. Why 6 of Swords and the 8 of Wands? For they guilted you out of your own success. Look at that. 10 of the evil eye. 10 of Swords. It brought a betrayal. Why the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Wands? For they guilted you out of your success. Due to envy, jealousy, and evil eye. Look, 8 of Swords. They tried to trap you. You were already strong. You already did the work. They tried to trap you. 6 of Swords, this is you doing the work to move forward. And what I'm seeing is 2 eyes. I'm seeing like an Akashic eye, God's eagle's eye perspective, and then I'm seeing other people. I'm getting also Saturn and Pluto. Now I will say Saturn and Pluto are big blessings. It also requires a lot of work. The reason why you've had, say, a big victory, win, or success, past, present, or future, you did the freaking work, because Saturn and Pluto, you did the work. These are people who are in lack and scarcity and guilt and their own shame, projecting it upon you. It brought you a 10 of Swords as you were trying to move forward. You were trying to get a new beginning. And that's the thing. This new beginning, people have tried to sabotage it around you more than once. New beginnings. Try again. New direction. Start over. For some of you, you have to conceal your plans. Where it's not your ego, it's actually God telling you, you have to conceal your plans. This is the honest truth of what's around you. Why do we have Judgment? For they tried to guilt you out of your own success. Why Judgment? Now, for the Judgment card, we have King of Coins, the Knight of Coins. God's plan for you the whole time was long-term, legacy wealth. And it's interesting I mentioned Saturn, Pluto. Judgment card, King of Coins, Knight of Coins. This is Saturn, Pluto wealth. This is legacy wealth. You're meant, you're built, you're designed for success and for victory in this world, in your life. And it's like the people around you, people, right? Humans, they decided that your blessings were too big. This is actually what God has judged upon you. Here. Now, why do we have the King of Wands here? Why do we have the King of Wands here? For they try to guilt you out of your own success. Page of Wands. You're not just a page talking. There is a king or a queen behind your voice. Behind what it is that you do is a king, a queen energy. You're meant to live a beautiful, and success means something different for everyone. But in this particular reading, I am speaking of some sort of material success and victory. And it's not going to be in vain. It's not an ego. High Priestess card here. It's not an ego. It's not in vain. There is success and victory written upon your name, your life, that they do not see. High Priestess card. And so this particular cycle of yours has been sabotaged more than once, but you're about to get a brand new beginning that nobody and nothing can stop. 144 as I say that. All right, this victory, this success is yours. Now, for the collective to come into this victory, into this success in their life, material comfort and luxury. What is this Ten of Swords for the collective? It was the other people's truth. That's not your truth. They projected guilt and shame and Five of Cups energy, lower emotions upon your success, victory, and wealth. Ace of Swords in reverse. Your highest truth is not this Five of Cups. You know, where people, I will say people though secretly desire what you have. They shame you and they shame and they guilt you because they secretly desire what it is that you have. And that's not your truth. Where you have what you have because you've done the shadow work and integration, and they constantly, consistently throw upon those shadows onto you that you've already dealt with. Why the Five of Cups and the Ace of Swords in reverse? For they tried to guilt you out of your own success. The Emperor. Why the Five of Cups, the Ace of Swords? Look at that, the Hierophant. In reverse, the Emperor. Now the Hierophant is tradition. Why Ace of Swords in reverse? The Hierophant in reverse, the Emperor. They tried to trap you, Eight of Swords. So they tried to trap your power, but it's interesting as this is natural, organic, divine power. So it's like they were trying to say it's not coming from God, it's not coming from God. Yes, it is. And they tried to take all of your power away so that you could not fulfill your mission from God. Now, where is the collective's energy in this reading? Where is the collective's energy for? They tried to guilt and shame you out of your own success. You're meant to be a star, baby. You are meant to be a star. The Moon card here, the unseen and emotions, you've dealt with them. But I will say you're someone who you tend to absorb or get projected upon of other people's emotions. The Magician card with the Star card, you're meant to be a magical star. You know, your life is like lucky girl, lucky guy syndrome. And it will make, it will make evil eyes go blind. Look at this. It will make the evil eyes go blind so that they can't see you. The Magician card with the Star card. You shine so brightly, you're meant to create so much, and whatever it is that you create, it's meant to be seen, visible. You're meant to shine. And these people in the past, they have dimmed your light and your shine. So what is the advice for the collective on? They guilted you out of your own success. You're getting justice from multiple, and I want to say it louder, multiple missed opportunities due to guilt, shame, jealousy, evil eye upon you and your life, your business, your success. And you're getting some justice through all time and through all space, okay, where things are going to start manifesting for you. All right, of what has been supposed to be manifesting for you. Okay, High Priestess card on the bottom of the deck. So that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. Let's grab a few oracle cards to see what other advice is coming through of how to align with this victory and success. Now, for the collective, get used to being a mirror. A lot of fours in this reading. Reflection, non-judgment. And I will say it's the shadow integration, though, of like kind of being okay being the villain. Or, like it doesn't feel good to say that of like, well, that's your problem. And that's the key thing in this reading. You're so sensitive. You're so empathic. You're so humble that you don't want to own the shadow of like, your problem, not mine. You're trying to be a good person. I'm trying to be nice here, but you have to, because it's been too much for too long. And what God is also saying here is God's allowing you to hold the healthy ego. And it's not even God allows you. We are here to hold the healthy ego. And so what Spirit's saying is get used to being a mirror. And in order to maintain this and not to absorb so much evil eye, you have to say, thank you next, sorry, not my problem. Or just don't respond at all, which when you're silent, it appears as arrogance, but look at what they're doing, which is evil. It's wrong. What they're doing is dark, wrong, and evil, and they're trying to project it upon you. And so just don't respond. Or just simply say, no, thank you. That's not my energy. And again, for who I'm reading for, you're empathic. You are that energy of humble, of selfless. But that beautiful quality of yours is also a little bit of a weakness here with the success that's destined and meant for you. It's going to ask you to do that internal work of owning that shadow a little bit more, the boundary a little bit more, with grace, with love, and compassion, because God said it's okay, like in this reading. Now, what's another card for? They try to guilt and shame you out of your own success. They try to guilt and shame you. The Sun card over here, that's the thing. What it's showing in this reading is, oh my gosh, that's terrible. How could you? You're just holding something. And what I'm seeing here is you are in reverence. You're in alignment. You are selfless. But they're trying to break down over here the storm warning and the temple path, where for some of you, it's people who are like, oh no, you can't be a good person and be successful. You can't be a good person and hold money. No, you can't. Let's destroy this person. So what you just need to own for the rest of your life, hold on to this message right here. The people doing this are the dark evil ones, okay? You are the one that's in the light. Anyone who thinks that it's okay to just bring destruction for something that may not be true or this or that, they are the dark ones. You're not. But it's going to be up to you to just really hold that mirror infinitely and with no judgment. All right. Now, for the collective, for this reading, I'm actually going to grab from this deck I'm being led to. What do we have for the collective? Oh, they try to guilt you out of your own success. Why storm warning and the temple path? Where they try to guilt you out of your own success, but you are the light priestess and the mirror. I will say this reading can last a lifetime, where this reading feels like some Akashic Records advice to never ever forget. You are a mirror, you are the light. These people who are like, no, stop that person, tear them down, that's dark and evil. And these people will say, oh my gosh, how could you think that? No, this is dark. You are not. Your success, the money that you hold, your business, all of it is of the light and it comes from God. Anybody else who says otherwise, they are actually in the shadow and the dark. The mirror. The mirror. The light priestess, galactic wisdom, cosmic ritual. Okay, you are of the light. And don't you ever allow the shadow and the darkness of people who can't even see their own damn shadow in the reflection of the sun. Right? Like, when you stand in the sun, there's a shadow. Hold on to this information. And this is how your money, wealth, and prosperity, that victory, that success, that's how it's going to finally manifest. And it stays this time. Okay, that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way.